Here at South Elementary, there was a cookout for the kindergarten students and their parents.
Well, we were very excited to have the back to school night. Disappointed that more families couldn't be with us, but those that came had a wonderful time. We're very appreciative of being able to spend some time with their teachers, their children's teachers, and just getting to meet some of the other families in their child's classroom. All in all, we think it was a good event. We have a survey out right now to get some feedback as to what we can do to make things better for next year, and hopefully more parents will be able to join us next time.
Mr. Battle was the cook for the kindergartners at this cookout.
I was in charge of cooking the dinner for the parents and the kids that came over. Again, for the parents that came and the kids that came, I thought they had a great time. They had a great opportunity to meet their teachers and see the class in action and kind of go through their normal day of what school is like for a kindergartner.
They served hot dogs and many refreshments.
It was pretty good for the most part. Could have had some more meat, but it's pretty good. I thought it was going to be more people, but hey, it was a pretty good turnout.
There will be one next year, so hopefully this will be a tradition and grow into a yearly thing.
Although bullying is present in high school, it begins much earlier. East Elementary has had a series of assemblies for 3rd and 4th graders on bullying. Kim, the firefighter, came to tell the kids how bullying is detrimental to their lives.
When I was younger, that I was darker than everybody else. And because I was different, they weren't very nice to me.
The students expressed what they learned at the assembly. They then wrote the values they learned on Post-it notes.
I learned that to not bully anybody. I learned that I should be kind and not to bully anybody.
My favorite part of assembly was I got to meet a new person who got bullied when they were younger, and I know how they feel.
What I learned about the assembly was that to not judge people about how they looked.
I wouldn't want to be anybody else. Hey. You made me insecure, told me I wasn't good enough, but who are you to judge when you're a diamond in the rough? I'm sure you got some things.
This is Climber News, but we're not the only ones spreading the word. Local 6th graders in Mr. Mackey's class are doing their own news at school. They're providing information for the 5th and 6th graders at local elementary.
I think the reason why I'm doing it for the kids is they are part of the school system and they're part of the school. I'm trying to make it look like, you know, we are local, and that's our big theme that we're doing this year. I want the kids to be able to understand that the whole school is theirs. It's not just one room or one significant area. So.
Good morning, Urbana Local. Today is September 18th, the 18th day of school. Happy birthday to Jessica Burke.
Oh, I'm real excited. You saw some of what was happening. They're even starting to look at other ideas and going out and doing field work and asking like a question of the day. And then I also want them to start editing themselves. You know, I'm gonna eventually have a committee or a group that will edit everything and take care of everything and go from there. So.
Joke time! Hi Brandon, how you doing? I'm good. How you doing? I'm good. Alright. Here's a joke. What's the cleanest store in town? I'm gonna guess. Probably the department store in the aisle where all the bleach. Close. The supermarket. Oh yes. Alright, and that's joke time. That's it. All right.
The least favorite thing is that for a while, until we came up with ways for the people on camera to come in too, we had someone who always sat out of the film. And as far as with my group of kids who were doing the news, it was kind of difficult because we all wanted to be able to be on the camera, you know, and help. So. But now with the joke that we do, we've figured out how to get everyone on camera for extra time. So
I think they should let the 5th graders do it because it would give them an experience for 6th grade to do the news.
That is the news for Tuesday, September 18th, 2012. This is Jackson and Aiden, and we are local.
September 4th, the junior high hosted a cookout to welcome back students and their parents to the new school year. The cookout aligns with the district school to improve communication to parents. The new junior high principal, Mrs. Petty, talked about planning of the cookout.
Planning was done last spring with the staff here and the principal, and then this year it was just kind of following through with that and just making sure that things are in place. So really planning really started last year. I thought it was a great experience for parents to come in and actually experience the kids going through their schedule and having the parents experience that. I think it was an awesome opportunity. I think anytime you get parents in, I think that parents need to come in, see what their child, be involved in what their child is doing throughout the day. I think anytime you can get parents in, community in, I think it's excellent for Urbana City School.
Junior high health teacher Mr. Battle, one of the staff members at the cookout, talked about allowing parents and students to see their staff in a different setting.
The picnic that we had for the junior high kind of replaced our open house for our 7th graders. It was an invitation to both our 7th and 8th grade students. We had about 300 parents and kids here for the night. They got fed dinner. Then the parents had an opportunity to go around and set into classes and get kind of a brief explanation of what that kid's classes is, and parents had an opportunity to walk the building to see what it's like for the kid to walk on a daily basis. So all in all, I thought it was a great night for the parents to come in and see exactly how their child's schedule runs. From a teacher's perspective, I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed getting to meet with the parents, getting to talk to them about my own personal class. Sometimes a lot of parents have a lot of questions about what goes on in certain classes, and this was a great opportunity for them to get that information very easily, very quickly about the classes that their children are setting in.
Overall, each of the staff said it's a good way to have an open house for Urbana districts, allowing parents to see and interact with each teacher.
Tom Marchetti comes to Urbana High School as assistant principal this year, replacing Mr. McGill, who has moved to Riverside to be their principal. Mr. Marchetti comes to us from Marysville High School, where he taught industrial arts. He was looking for the chance of an administrative position.
Mr. Marchetti was born in Cincinnati with his parents and younger brother. He currently lives in Marysville with his wife and 3 kids.
I currently live in Marysville. I grew up actually in Cincinnati. Went to high school in Cincinnati, but then went to school in Columbus. I lived in Columbus for a bunch of years before I moved to the Marysville location, but Cincinnati is where my true roots are, probably.
Mr. Marchetti graduated from The Ohio State University with a bachelor's degree and Ashland University with his master's degree.
So far, his impression of UHS has been positive.
So far, I love it. Students have been very receptive, and the staff has been very supportive of what we're trying to do here. I continue to look forward to all the challenges that we face this current year and forward, but everybody's been very supportive, like I said, from the get-go, and I'm very appreciative of that.
Because these studies have found that texting and driving is just as dangerous as drunk driving in terms of how impaired it makes the driver.
On September 19th, Channel 2's News brought their Wait to Text program to the high school. The assembly used live speakers and videos to show the impact that texting and driving has on everyone. The most dramatic video was the boy from Yellow Springs that lost his life while texting and driving.
It used to be when we were kids, he wouldn't like to take me anywhere, he wouldn't like to spend much time with me, but as we grew up and as we had about a year in high school together, and as I got older, we started to enjoy each other's presence a little bit more. And
Evan, the junior Olympic skeet shooter, learned his craft here, leaving his parents with lasting memories.
There was a tree stand out there, and he said, "Mom, I'm going to go out to hunt."
With the camo outfit and orange hat and orange gloves and a gun over his shoulder, walking out into the woods.
He had his camos on. I think he was about 7.
To remind students not to text and drive, Channel 2 News gave out thumb bands. The assembly seemed to have a lot of impact on all the students.
The assembly really made me think twice about texting and driving. Although I feel pretty confident, I guess it could happen to anybody.
Okay, I thought the assembly was good because it actually teaches people not to text and drive so they can have their life still. And yeah.
The assembly gave a lot of information about texting and driving and why not to do it, and you shouldn't do it because it risks your life.
I feel like it's very beneficial to all the kids around here, and it sends a great message. And as a positive role model in this community, I think that no kid should text and drive either. And I just thought it was all good, so yes, that's about it.
The assembly was really beneficial because it taught us not to text and drive and to wear your thumb ring. And when you get the urge to text, look at your thumb and don't text.
For our student Speak Out, we ask Urbana High School students what their goals are for this year.
My goals for the school year is to get good grades all year and maintain a 3.0.
My goals for this year are to get good grades and graduate and walk down that hill.
My goals for this school year are to keep my GPA over 3.5 and to be a part of the academic banquet at the end of the year and be a 4-year honoree and make a speech honoring one of my teachers. I think that would be a huge honor to be a part of that.
My goal for 2012-2013 year is to not get caught texting in the BYOT program.
Goals are for achievers.
My goals for this school year are getting good grades, like A's and B's in all my classes, and then play football with my brother, starting varsity in football, making it to state in wrestling.
My goals for this school year is to excel academically. That makes me sound like a nerd, but I really want to get good grades and get into a good college and just have fun the rest of the year, and that's about it.
My goal for this year is to try to accomplish getting my grades up and to try to get better in basketball.
My goals for the school year: get good grades, go to the football games, hang out, have fun with my friends. That's it.
My goals for the school year is to pass math.
My goals for this year are to have a 3.5 GPA, bowl my first 300 game in bowling, and be on varsity tennis.
My goals for this year are to hopefully get all A's, at least get a decent GPA, probably like 3.5, and possibly join the high school bowling team.
My goals for this year are to keep my grades up and attentions low.